confirms to me, yes, Drake was sending me voice notes talking crazy like he's a mob boss. That's what he says.
That dynasty's over. We did what we had to do. Nah, it doesn't mean, it's not about what it means. You know what it means. You can turn your cameras up to the screen and know what it means. We did this.
Yo! Things in Toronto just went crazy. Drake tried to get Kendrick banned from the city again, but this time he took it way too far. Dude snapped when he found out that some high-profile Canadian politicians were spotted rapping along to Kendrick's diss tracks at his sold-out Toronto show. Yeah, government officials vibing to the same bars aimed at Drake. You know he wasn't about to let that slide. But hold up, this ain't even the wildest part. A leaked plot just blew the lid off an alleged OVO fan operation. Yep, Drake's own fan base tried to pull off a full-on takeover of Kendrick's concert. They were planning to flood the venue, cause chaos, and ruin the vibe. But guess what? That whole plan backfired hard. It turned into one big L. And now Drake's looking real pressed. And get this, Drake didn't just rant online. He reportedly went so far as to threaten a Toronto politician just for being at the show. All this over some diss tracks? But we ain't done yet. There's also major drama brewing with Drake's lawsuit against UMG. He's fighting back, and the details we've got will have you shook. Drake just blasted a Canadian politician, personally. No leaks, no rumors. Drake straight up posted the message himself. He went after Jagmeet Singh for showing up at Kendrick's concert in Toronto, like it was some kind of betrayal. And here's the kicker. Drake really thought dropping the receipts first would save him from getting clowned. Spoiler alert, it didn't. So here's what went down. Drake uploaded a screenshot of his DM to Singh, calling him out. And guess what he hit him with? You're a goof. That's it. Real petty energy. But the internet wasn't buying it. See, the message also exposed that Drake and Singh weren't even cool like that. Their history? Super dry. The only real interaction before this was back in 2019, when Singh publicly thanked Drake for a follow, and then one quick story tag in 2020. After that, crickets for nearly 5 years. So after all that silence, Drake randomly pops back up just to throw shade over a concert? It's giving insecure vibes. And the fact that he posted the message himself made it worse, like he thought fans would rally behind him. But it totally backfired. As soon as Drake fired that shot, Jagmeet Singh folded quick. He jumped on his IG stories and dropped the most awkward apology ever, basically begging Drizzy to forgive him like he got caught cheating or something. And the excuse he gave? Straight up embarrassing. He wrote, "I went for Za, not Kendrick. I was born in this city. I love this city. But real talk, I get it. I shouldn't have gone at all. OVO and Drake have lifted up the city and Canada. For me, it'll always be Drake over Kendrick." Bruh. What? Now here's where it gets really messy. There's actual video of Singh at the concert, dancing, smiling, and vibing hard to Kendrick's set, including the Not Like Us track, which was aimed right at Drake. So him saying he only went for Za? Yeah. No one's buying that. Za's amazing, no doubt. But let's be real. No one pulled up to that show just for her. Fans weren't letting it slide either. One even posted a clip of Singh fully enjoying Kendrick's set and said he probably apologized because OVO stans were spamming his DMs with threats. And honestly, that tracks. Drake's fan base was out for blood that night. Now this is where things hit full-on delusional. A squad of hardcore Drake fans actually tried to pull off an OVO takeover to crash Kendrick's concert. No joke. One of them even posted a public call to action on Instagram, telling all 6 God loyalists to swarm the Rogers Center on June 12th and 13th, right before Kendrick hit the stage. The plan? To remind them who runs the 6. No, seriously, listen to what they wrote in the caption. "Toronto, stand up. This summer, Kendrick is coming to our city for 2 shows. But before the curtains even rise, we're making it known. This ain't just any city. This is Drake's city. And this is the 6th. We're about to show them." And they weren't playing. They told fans to show up with Bluetooth speakers blasting old and new Drake tracks, throw on their flyest OVO gear, hold up signs repping the 6, and basically turn the concert grounds into a pro-Drake parade. Oh, and get this, they even offered free pizza and OVO hoodies as a reward for showing up and doing the most. But here's the twist. Kendrick still made history that night. Not Drake, Kendrick. Even with all the sabotage attempts, even with Drake allegedly doing the most to block him from performing in Toronto, Kendrick and SZA lit up the Rogers Center with 2 back-to-back sold-out shows in Drake's own hometown. And those threats from angry OVO fans? That didn't stop Kendrick's team one bit. The Grand National Tour kicked off strong. And Drake? He's watching all this unfold while losing grip of his own city. Toronto didn't just show up. They showed out. The city actually ranked in the top 5 best-selling stops on Kendrick and SZA's entire tour, based on total tickets sold. But Kendrick didn't just perform in Drake City. He came to bury Drake's rep right there in his own backyard. And trust, it wasn't subtle. Kendrick hit the stage with 3 diss tracks aimed directly at Drake: Euphoria, his verse on Like That, and of course the anthem that broke the internet, Not Like Us. He kicked things off with Euphoria, right after SZA's set, standing alone on a dimly lit staircase. The crowd went dead silent as Kendrick delivered every bar with a cold, surgical calm that gave folks goosebumps. Then came Like That, mid-show, and the energy was wild. Red strobe lights flashing, fans jumping, and the Toronto crowd screaming the lyrics right back at him. No fear, no hesitation, just pure disrespect toward their hometown hero. But the most explosive moment? Not Like Us. Kendrick introduced it with a mock deposition video. A chilling off-screen voice asked, "Do you recall what happened on May 4th, 2024? That was the date Kendrick dropped Not Like Us and ended the beef for good." And as soon as that beat dropped, the Rogers Center exploded. Drake's own city lit up, screaming bars about certified PDF files and those creepy rumors that have been haunting his name. That night, straight up history. And what made it even more humiliating for Drake? He's never even performed at the Rogers Center himself. Not once. Meanwhile, Kendrick just pulled off 2 back-to-back sold-out shows in the middle of Drake's turf. That alone had people talking. But the mess behind the scenes? That's where it gets ridiculous. In the months leading up to the concert, Drake and his circle were clearly doing the most to stop it from happening. And even though they couldn't actually block Kendrick from touching the stage, the chaos and pettiness that led up to it was next level. Let's start with Toronto's Chum 104.5 radio hosts, Jamar McNeil and Josie Dye. These 2 made it public that they were refusing to give away Kendrick tickets on air, calling it a loyalty move for Drake. Jamar straight up said, "I'm not giving them out." Like, seriously? Then you've got Top 5, a Toronto rapper and longtime Drake affiliate, who jumped in with online threats aimed at Kendrick's crew. And it didn't stop there. He and his boys were reportedly seen circling Kendrick's hotel the night before the show. That's not fan behavior. That's borderline stalking. And let's not forget the infamous OVO takeover attempt. Fans hyped it up like it was gonna be some epic moment, but when it came time to show out, crickets. Barely anyone pulled up. No loud crowd, no Drake energy, no takeover, just another flop. The so-called OVO takeover, it got shut down by police. But truth is, there was barely anything to shut down. The turnout was weak, the energy was low, and the only thing Kendrick was actually met with was a packed arena full of Toronto locals screaming his lyrics like they'd been waiting years for this moment. Those back-to-back sold-out shows weren't just a flex, they were a full-blown public humiliation for Drake. Kendrick walked into his rival city, dropped diss after diss, and walked out undefeated. And just when it seemed like Drake might finally accept the L and fall back, things got even darker. New leaks are now exposing that Drake wasn't just pulling strings to get Kendrick's shows shut down. He was allegedly moving like some underworld boss behind the scenes. According to DJ Academics, who claims he spoke directly to someone from Kendrick's camp, Drake had been sending threatening voice messages to Kendrick's team for months, way before anyone knew the beef had gotten this deep. Academics spilled this during a recent live stream, and the way he told it, these weren't just petty DMS or sneak disses. He said Drake was leaving actual voicemails with wild threats, pushing this whole thing past rap beef territory. What started as lyrical shots might have crossed into serious intimidation, and if that's true, Drake's entire reputation could be in deeper trouble than anyone thought. Behind the scenes, Drake was reportedly talking wild, trying to intimidate Kendrick's team like some kind of mob boss. According to DJ Academics, this wasn't just rap drama. Drake was allegedly leaving straight-up threatening voicemails for people close to Kendrick. He was moving like he ran the city, calling shots from the shadows. But here's the twist. Right after Kendrick dropped "Not Like Us," all that noise from Drake suddenly vanished. No more threats, no more voicemails, just radio silence. So what happened? Why did Drake go from mob talk to mute? One theory floating around? He got shook. See, "Not Like Us" wasn't just a diss. It hinted at something way darker. The track didn't just clown Drake's image, it dropped bars that seemed to reference an alleged PDF follower ring tied to OVO. The implications were heavy, and suddenly Drake's tough talk disappeared real quick. But instead of clapping back at Kendrick or addressing the accusations head-on, Drake pulled a move no one expected. He filed a lawsuit against his own label, UMG. He claimed they allowed Kendrick to defame him by clearing those tracks. Like, what? If Drake really felt those lyrics were lies, why not sue Kendrick directly? Why go after UMG instead? It's got people wondering, was this a legal play? Or was Drake just trying to distance himself from something he's afraid might come out? Who really knows? Maybe Drake's avoiding suing Kendrick directly because dragging those accusations into court would force everything into the public eye. And that's a risk he clearly doesn't want to take. Either way, the legal heat is on, and now we wait to see how it all shakes out. UMG already fired back with a motion to dismiss the case, saying Drake's claims are completely misguided and that Kendrick's lyrics are protected opinion under the law. That hearing's locked in for June 30th in the Southern District of New York, and it's gonna be huge. The judge has two options: either let this lawsuit move forward into full-blown depositions and document reviews where secrets could get exposed, or shut it down early before Drake's camp faces deeper scrutiny. So now, Drake's fate isn't in a studio or on a stage, it's in a federal courtroom. But it doesn't stop there. While all this legal drama is boiling, Drake's been quietly wrapping up his next album, Iceman. And now the streets are buzzing with rumors about what he's cooking up. Is he trying to clear his name through music? Who's he targeting on these tracks? And what dirt is he trying to clean up before the release? Something's definitely coming, and we'll be watching every move. If you're locked into this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and drop your thoughts in the comments. And we'll see you on the next one.